Turning now to a major development in the race for New York City mayor. Coming just 3 weeks after 33-year-old Democratic Socialist Zohran Mamdani stunned his party with a convincing 13-point primary victory over former Governor Andrew Cuomo. But Cuomo is not backing down, announcing he'll stay in the race as an independent. In a video announcement, Cuomo took a clear shot at his opponent while leaning into the same issue that drove Mamdani's success: affordability.
Only 13% of New Yorkers voted in the June primary. The general election is in November, and I am in it to win it. My opponent, Mr. Mamdani, offers slick slogans, but no real solutions. We need a city with lower rent, safer streets, where buying your first home is once again possible, where childcare won't bankrupt you. That's the New York City we know. That's the one that is still possible.
The Mamdani campaign quickly responding to Cuomo's candidacy with a statement reading in part, "He's not fighting for you. He's running only to repair his soiled reputation and protect the billionaire Trump donors who fund his campaign. We beat Cuomo once. Together, we will beat him again." And there are now 5 candidates running in November. In addition to Mamdani, Cuomo will also face Republican Curtis Sliwa and 2 other independents, including embattled incumbent Mayor Eric Adams. And joining me now to break down the field's top candidates is national political reporter Steve Kornacki at the big board. Hey there, Steve. We have a crowded field. Everyone says they're staying in until November, but what are the candidates looking at to make that decision?
Yeah, Gabe. So it's interesting. You got here the 3 major, you say the 3 major general election opponents for Mamdani right now: Andrew Cuomo, Eric Adams, the current mayor, Curtis Sliwa, the Republican nominee. And this is what they're saying to each other: no, you drop out. Because here's the dynamic, basically, that each one of them is looking at. And there is a point of agreement between the 3 of them. And the point of agreement that Adams, Sliwa, and Cuomo all have is that Mamdani can be beaten, or that if he's going to be beaten, it would be by a united front of opposition behind one alternative, a one-on-one race. And they agree that if it's a splintered, fractured field, that's going to benefit Mamdani. Where they disagree is on who that one candidate should be, because they each look at each other and they say they're too weak to beat Mamdani. So, for instance, Cuomo, who says, as you say, he's staying in the race. Now, Cuomo, what his opponents see, what Adams and Sliwa see when they look at him, is a candidate who just got beat by Mamdani in the Democratic primary after starting that race as the overwhelming favorite. They see somebody with the baggage of scandal, resigned as governor 4 years ago amidst controversy. They see somebody who's still unpopular with New York City voters. The most recent public poll on this had Cuomo's unfavorable rating at 47% with New York City voters. His favorable rating lower than that, just 41%. So if you're Adams and you're Sliwa and you're looking at Cuomo saying he's staying in this race, they're looking at him saying, hey, you had your shot at Mamdani. You proved you couldn't get it done. So then shift here from Cuomo to Eric Adams. What does what does Sliwa see when they look at Eric Adams? They look at the incumbent mayor, somebody who got elected to this job 4 years ago, who says, hey, there's some stats last week showing violent crime coming down. He thinks he's got a record to run on. But if you're Cuomo and you're Sliwa, here's what you see. The most recent public poll, favorable, unfavorable for Adams, 68 unfavorable. His favorable just 19%. Remember the indictment on federal corruption charges, then the Trump DOJ saying they're dropping the case. Enormous political baggage for Eric Adams. So you're Sliwa, you're Cuomo, you're saying, well, that guy can't beat Mamdani. And then this action shifts over here to Curtis Sliwa. Now, Curtis Sliwa is a familiar figure to New Yorkers. He started the Guardian Angels group in the high crime 1980s. He's been a ubiquitous figure in media in New York City for 4 decades now. But Sliwa's got a track record here. He was the Republican nominee 4 years ago, just like he's the Republican nominee now. He ran against Adams 4 years ago. How did he do? He got 28% of the vote. He lost to Eric Adams by more than 40 points. So Adams and Cuomo are looking at Sliwa and saying, Republicans, they almost never win in New York City. And this guy already tried and got trounced. So why would I, Andrew Cuomo, why would I, Eric Adams, defer to Curtis Sliwa? That's it. Each one of them brings a chunk of support into this general election. but none of them with a big, broad enough coalition and a accomplished enough track record to make the other say, I'll back off, you take a shot at it. And as long as that dynamic persists, Gabe, the winner in this situation is the Democratic nominee, Zohran Mamdani.
Never a dull day in New York City politics. Steve Kornacki, thank you.
We thank you for watching. And remember, stay updated on breaking news and top stories on the NBC News app or watch live on our YouTube channel.